Okay, so I'm Anela. It actually came, this is kind of a dumb story, but my cosplay name is from an Elven name generator from about 15 years ago when I was trying to come up with a username on RuneScape. And it actually just, because I'm a long-time online video gamer, and it just kind of stuck, so. So for me, it's all about the community. Like, that's a really, really big thing. I've met most of my friends through this hobby, and I love being able to kind of go to a con and see somebody in a costume that you recognize and kind of have an instant connection with them, and you're like, hey, you like this thing, I like this thing. And so it's a great way to just get to know people. And I think just out of all the hobbies and different groups of people I've met, cosplayers are just by far the most sweet and welcoming group of people. So I've been doing it for about 12 years now. I've been a long-time cosplay veteran back when we were like dyeing wigs with Sharpies in our bathtub and making everything out of cardboard. And I first started actually, my dad dragged me to Comic-Con one year as he's a big comic nerd and everything, and we decided that would be a fun family vacation. So we all went to Comic-Con, and I've always been sort of into costuming, like I always made my Halloween costumes from scratch and stuff. And I've always been a really big video gamer and comic nerd and stuff, and so this was a great way to kind of join a lot of hobbies that I had together. So my favorite in particular, probably the one I'm most proud of, I built a golem from the video game Guild Wars 2, and it's actually a giant robot. It's about 2.5 meters tall. Built all out of EVA foam and PVC pipe, and so it's one of my favorite. It's really hard to bring to conventions. I've done it a couple times. But mostly it's just kind of my huge background prop for the costume that goes along with it, so, yeah. There's quite a few. I could definitely, some of the big ones that were really influential when I first started were Lightning Cosplay and Kamui Cosplay, who I believe are both German cosplayers. And they were huge in the cosplay community, just kind of opening up a lot of new materials, in particular like thermoplastics for armor. So I think it's really important that there's these really influential cosplayers that are kind of like, hey, here's this weird material you've never heard of. It's actually pretty easy to work with, let me tell you how. So yeah, I think they've been probably a lot of people's inspiration over the years. So Toro's been really great. I think one of the things I've noticed, I've been to a few other conventions in Scandinavia as well, but this is my first time in Norway. And I think the biggest thing is you walk in the room and it's just, everyone kind of feels like family and they just welcome you in and there's no like weirdness or awkwardness. It's like, hey, come on in, do you want to sleep on my couch? Come visit me another time. And that's a really unique thing to this area, I think. It's really, really nice. So yeah, I've had a great experience just hanging out and meeting new people at Toru. Okay, so I'm on most social media as Anela, E-N-A-Y-L-A. So Facebook.com/AnelaCosplay, all one word, same with Instagram and Twitter as well.